Hi guys, welcome back to another replay. This time between Reject666 against Brotherman Bill. A little bit of bad news, however. Prior to the game start, the first game replay was not saved, but there was an observer that verified that Reject666 Sisters of Battle beats Brotherman Bill's Imperial Guard. So, on to the second match, where Brotherman Bill gets to pick the map and decides to change to their secondary race. Reject666 playing Necrons, and Brotherman and Bill playing Eldar in the map Fata Morga. So let's see how it goes. Already the opening for Brotherman Bill looks a little bit odd here. Goes for 2 Guardians, Aspect Portal, and no secondary Bone Singer. And the rally point is not set to the strategic point. Instead, infantry stand still in an open ground and not do anything for a few seconds before being told to go cap a strategic point. And he goes for the one that is further away instead of the one that is closest to him. A little bit of mistakes perhaps, and gets the second Bone Singer finally. And did not start construction on a power generator, probably maybe going for a no generator start. Anyway, let's switch over to the Necron side and see what's Reject's got in store. 4 generators, and after 2 Scarabs, he went straight for a Necron Lord. 1, 2, 3 Scarabs and 1 Necron Lord. And 2 Necron Warriors. Alright, it looks like it's a race. Brotherman Bill could actually... Oh no, what's going on here? He gets 2 Plasma Generator opening right after the aspect? That's very unwise. Are you trying for a fast tier too? And why is this point not yet captured? Interesting. Looks like a Scarab was sent to harass and decap a point, but a Guardian handily spotted it. Farseer is out. Not sure what he's trying to do with this lone Farseer to start, and no fleet of foot research has been done. So this Farseer will not be able to get across the maps quicker. Summoning Core is going up. Necron Lord is out as well. Guardian drove away Scarabs after cancelling a capture strategic point here. Not sure why. The Eldar's opening build order is a bit crazy. 3 Guardians here. Why are you going 3 Guardians? There's really no need. You should really get those Dark Reapers fast. And this worker is idling, could just teleport here or here, and gets the listening post. Instead, allows this strategic point to be decapped by a Scarab, and prioritize the capture of this critical point instead of like capturing this, which is faster. A lot of basic mistakes here. Strategic point decaptured by this Scarab. Should really get those listening points up, listening shrines up as quickly as possible instead of delaying it. Now he has to recapture it again, and his resource rate is still slow. And splits up the Bone Singer instead of joining them together to get a faster production rate. Anyway, let's switch over to the Necron Lord, which is heavily wounded after getting hit by a Mind War. Necron Warrior arrives to back up the Farseer with 2 Guardians. These 2 Guardians will not be able to face down this kind of army, I think. It's too strong, and Farseer facing off against Necron Lord. I'm not sure about that. Guardian's really not doing a lot of damage here. This is just crazy. I don't know why he's forcing his Farseer to engage a Necron Lord with such a weak army. Guardians can never last against Necrons. Look at this, 1 squad already wiped. And the Necron Warrior has not suffered any losses, and trying to force a Farseer into doing a melee damage is futile. She's too weak of a hero to do raw damage. She needs her abilities to do any damage. Meanwhile, 4 listening points, listening shrines are up. And the Farseer will die because they did not research the fleet of foot. That's a lot of resource loss for nothing. And no Dark Reapers yet for the Eldar. They are floating like crazy, and this looks like to be the end. Yes, there's really no reason for Necrons to hold back here. Just teleports right away and start bashing this listening shrine. Not sure why he is backing off. Gets a warlock for some strange reason. And now he gets a Reaper Aspect Stone, a very disappointing timing here. Tries to get a Soul Shrine, however there is no defense to hold back these 2 Necron Warriors. I'm pretty sure that Reject understood the situation here completely. He knew that the Eldar is very inexperienced and decides to just go all in with the Necron Warrior. This normally will not work. It will not work at all. This Forbidden Archive has been constructed, and the last of the Eldar army gets wiped. Just finished capping this relic here. It doesn't really matter. There's no defense. This listening point did not get upgraded to defend itself. Soul Shrine at 60%. Another Guardian squad coming in to get killed. Instead of getting a Reaper, it tries to get another Farseer, which is slower to build. And will surely not complete before this listening shrine gets destroyed. And his Soul Shrine might get cancelled if his Bone Singer gets killed. This is a one-way traffic so far. It should be really impossible for Necron to do this from the start. They're so slow and they're taking so much risk just to do this. And look, 2 squads of Guardians will not do anything against Necron army. It's really nothing. It's bam, gone. This shrine is gone. Okay, 3 squads of Guardians. Would it even matter? Not sure. Look at this, they're doing so little damage to Necron Lord. It doesn't really matter if Necron Lord dies. You can just spend another resource again and get the Necron Lord up, and he will resurrect at the same spot again. 2 squads of Necron Warrior meets Farseer. Decides to teleport back after dealing a lot of damage. This one will also teleport back. We're using the Summoning Core's granted ability to teleport to a friendly building. A lot of casualty has been inflicted, and it looks like Soul Shrine is complete. Luckily, if the Necron Lord had teleported inside and cancelled it, it would have been a big problem. So right now, Tier 2 Eldar goes Mass Guardian again. I'm not even sure why. The Soul Shrine is not even researching anything, and the resource rate is very, very low. 6820 is not good economy at all for Tier 2 Eldar. And he goes to capture critical point, trying to improve his resource rate perhaps, but I don't see why you need so many of them, and there's no fleet of foot being researched, so the Eldar is not really taking advantage of its movement speed at all, which is the primary advantage against a very slow army like a Necron. So far, a very map full of a game full of errors for Brotherman Bill. Look at this, 3 squads of fully reinforced Necron Warrior just doing a death march, cornering his entire army. With a fleet of foot, he could probably escape earlier, but now he's trapped. He's dead. This is the end. You cannot escape from here. Look at that. High accuracy on the move. They don't have to stop. They just have to move towards you as they shoot. And it looks like half the army gets wiped. Make that 80% of the army gets wiped. Only the Farseer made it out, but they don't really care about that anymore. It's just awful. This is very awful. No, instead of getting Listening Shrine upgrade, he gets a global requisition rate. And the Necron Lord has teleported inside, resurrected itself. Teleports out to be his with his Necron Warrior army, and this is the end. Dark Reaper should have gone that from the start with like 3 squad of Dark Reapers, and probably dominate this short range, slow moving army. hit and run over and over again. But this match is a disappointing match. I see no other way it'll end except for an overwhelming victory for the Necrons. Necrons, meanwhile, already so far ahead with his upgrades and army count. Solar flare was done, so the Dark Reapers couldn't shoot. Not sure why they need to be so close to fire. You can just research optics and fire from here, maybe. Okay, Dark Reaper's trying to make a fight for it, but it's over. It's not enough army to deal any damage. It requires a little bit of micro, perhaps, to execute. Farseer dies. Necron Lord tanking a lot of damage here, but there's not much hope left. Once the last of the Reapers were killed, this is over, basically. Not much else to say. A rather disappointing showing here by the Eldars, trying to cancel take and hold victory. It doesn't really matter at this point. What the fuck, you get free units? I checked the internet. Cheating race. Okay. Okay. Seem to be misunderstanding something. But how am I gonna explain it to you? Never mind. I'm too tired. This match is a really disappointing one. Eldars didn't play to its strength. Masses Guardian, which is like the worst unit you can get against the Necrons, tries to face a Necron in an all-out, in an open battle with Guardians. You can't win. Guardians are not a real army. They're basically scouts, cappers, detectors, what do you want to call them? They are anything but a real military unit. They can't really do real damage. Farseer, meanwhile, was unsupported by Dark Reapers. If you really want to put a huge pressure on the Necrons early on, you should really get like no generator opening aspects of the Dark Reaper. Get 3 of them, march straight to their base and start killing Scarabs. And probably destroy the generator or 2. That will put a lot of pressure. And also fleet of foot research, get the Guardians here, capture this point and this point perhaps. If you can deny a Necron its relic, they will be very, very pressured. And of course you don't let those Scarabs go around and harassing you early game. You just try to get your listening points as fast as possible. Just plant everywhere. Maybe let the relic go for a while. It'll take longer to capture anyway. Yeah, so far this game isn't very entertaining for me, so I'm sorry guys, but just doing my job. Hope you guys learned something from this at least. That Necrons aren't supposed to be so effective in early game. I mean, you can try to make one-way trip and do a return after doing enough damage with Summoning Core, but really, it shouldn't be that easy for the Necrons to win. Hope you guys learned something. Goodbye.